So hello everyone, I'm Anthony Galati. I'm the musical director here at Never Apart. I guess some of you have been able to come check out the gallery space, and that's obviously a huge component, the physical space here, but there's also, we're quite sort of involved in doing community shows off-site, and part of that sometimes we try to really do these talks, and Brian, who runs Awesome Tapes from Africa, was a perfect candidate to have one of these talks, and Andy Williams, who I'm also joined with, who's opening tonight for the show, also kind of the prime duo here to have a discussion about the label and kind of some of the rhetoric surrounding, I guess, the discussion, some of the stuff that we were talking about yesterday, Brian, about the commentary people have been sort of providing around what you're doing and what the challenges and some of the things that you're faced. So maybe give a little bit of a background, Brian, and maybe Andy yourself as well, just to give some context, and we can kind of go from there. Yeah, just a little bit.
Can you all hear me? Yeah. I teach jazz studies at McGill University. I've been involved with various festivals. I had a festival myself here in Montreal for Black History Month. It's a jazz festival. Brought in people mostly from the States and Europe. And I've been doing some residencies around the globe. The last one was in Cape Town, Great Moore Studios. I did a triptych called Jazz and Apartheid. The first canvas was oil painting with symbols of various figures from the apartheid period. The second canvas was a digital video, and the third was a digital photograph on canvas. And that was the last show I did. I'm a publication director for the Addis Ababa Photography Festival. So I take care of all the press releases and what's going on during the festival at the time. So I've been mucking around quite a bit, and I'm an avid music lover. And I've been making music. I've just finished 2 recordings, one in Cuba with Amar Sosa, and the other one with Roger Kosa in Cape Town. My next project is affiliated with another project. Another project that I'm doing is with another partner from Montreal called Lou Braden, and it's Jazz Amnesty Sound System. And what we do is we do evolution of jazz from 1917 to 2016 with music, right through. We do visuals and installations with mid-century furniture, from Eames to Wassilis, your typical mid-century names. And we just did a thing called Jazz Mass, where we had a lot of indie musicians, from your Godspeeds to a lot of indie scene people around, with a choir, the Maha Choir. And we started this mass. And Lou and I are on the turntables. Meanwhile, we have a choir, we have a pastor. So, I'm having fun. It's a lot of fun.
I think that's pretty representative of your eclecticism as both a member of the community and also your DJ style as well, and kind of the amount of crates you have. I figured if all you're here, and people who would be watching this are probably familiar with Brian and, the label, and so I kind of wanted to just maybe cut to the chase about, regarding the label and like how it has maybe formalized from a blog that started 10 years ago into what I like to maybe regard it as a bit of a cultural movement, something that is quite significant in the way it's exposing African artists and, again, some of the challenges surrounding that. So maybe a little bit of background about that and you. And
Sure. Yeah. Thanks. Wow, I'm not really doing quite as much as you are. I feel like very basic thing that I've been doing, like this one idea I had a long time ago about looking at cassettes coming from the African continent, because that was the kind of music that was coming out when I started visiting. in 2002. And so it started as a blog, a very simple thing during an era of blogs were kind of new and people were interested in checking out music online that they didn't have access to. And the idea behind it was that I had been working with a lot of African artists, specifically rappers in West Africa, and they were always asking me how to get their music heard outside. Just because I'm from America originally, and I think people, when they meet somebody from overseas, they were like, just like artists here, where if somebody here meets somebody from Spain or something, and they're like, oh, how can I play at a festival in Spain or do anything? So I had no idea what to do about it, but doing the blog was both a hobby and